In the Division 2, you have both armor and health. And as a division agent, we have learned that armor and bonus armor is pretty much the way to go because you max out on health only at shade level 2000, where you can max out your builds, and then expertise upgrade them and increase your armor even further every single season. And that way we're able to come up with some crazy armor regeneration builds, some crazy total armor builds, things like that. But this season, because of the modifiers, we are able to spec into health like we have never been able to do before. In fact, in this season, you can get 2.5 million health without even doing anything. Here, check this out. 2.5 million health. This is the highest I have ever seen health in the game. This is not a glitch in the system. I am not doing anything crazy. It's just all about your build and your modifiers here. Let's jump in. What's going on, YouTube? Kamikazevondoom here with another Division 2 build video, and shout out to the DoD Disciples of Doom. And in today's build video, I'm going to give to you a max health build that you can use right now in both PvE or PvP. It does not matter. It's funny to put it together and look at these numbers because they are astronomical. I have never seen health this high ever. I mean, put this build together, jump in with your friends, be like, hey man, inspect my build, bro. And then just start laughing because they're going to be like, what? Why? How? Huh? That's exactly the reactions I'm getting running this build. It's hilarious. But hey, if that sounds cool, well, you know the spiel. Sit back, relax, grab that popcorn. Don't forget to hit that like. Subscribe if you haven't already. And let me know what you think in the comments section below. And finally, shout out where you're from. It's cool to see where everyone's from. Now, this build setup is the same as always. I'll give you the build breakdown, and then we'll do all the gameplay at the end. So I hope you enjoy. So first up, let's talk about the build breakdown. So on paper, without the modifiers, this is just on paper for the build. You're sitting at 1.7 million armor and 1.7 million health. I know. Just saying that by itself is really funny. But as soon as you turn on the modifiers, it will jump up to 1.9 million. And then as soon as you pop your active modifier, it will then jump up to 2.5 million. So starting out, 1.7 million health with 1.7 million armor. And we have Unbreakable giving us back 95% of that armor. So so we're actually like over 3 million armor, and we have up to 2.5 million health. I mean, come on, this is just ridiculous. If I put a shield on here on top of it with like a pistol, it'd be banana pancakes. That should be cray. Anyways, let's start off at the top. Starting with the specialization, we have the gunner specialization. Now, the reason why I'm using this is just because of the pestilence. I'm using the pestilence with this build because this is a very, very tanky build. So the only thing I really thought to use would be the pestilence. That way, not only am I shooting the enemy, but while I'm reloading, all that damage over time will hopefully take the enemy out as well. Now, not only that, but with the gunner specialization, you also get bonus armor every time you pop an armor kit. So I'm actually going to be well over that 1.7 million armor mark pretty much the whole time, whether it be with the bonus armor from my armor kits, whether it be from the armor on kill that I get, or the Unbreakable. I mean, these are all different things to increase your armor over time. And then, of course, you have your health, which will be increased no matter what, because as soon as I turn on my modifiers, I'm already at 1.9 million health. And that's because of the latest modifiers. So we can start there, right? So we just got done talking about the specialization. You know I'm going to use the pestilence, so we'll talk about that here in a second. But let's talk about these modifiers, because this is what bumps up your health from that 1.7 to 2.5 million. So the active modifier we are using is going to be the Tech Link, because with this build we are sitting at a tier 1 for our electronics, and this will bump us straight up to a tier 5, and you'll see why we're doing that here in just a bit. Now that's our active modifier, right? Our passive modifiers It is all about this one right here, a tier a day. Now, right off the bat, you'd probably laugh at this passive modifier and be like, who cares about health? Well, the only reason we care about health is because in this build video, we're going to go with max health. And it just so happens that with every tier of any attribute, you gain 10% health. So the 2.5 million health I'm showing you, it can actually get even higher because then we can get max firearms and max stamina on top of it. So I'm really only showing you my build plus max electronics, which bumps us up to that 2.5 million health. But we can get even higher because we're only starting out at a tier 2 firearms and a tier 3 stamina for the global modifiers. And I can show you that really quick in the firing range, and then we can get back to the build. But I just want to show you exactly how you're getting these crazy health numbers, because it's really easy and you can pop this active modifier like every minute or minute and a half, something like that. So you can have this much health the entire time you're playing with these modifiers. So you can see right here that my modifiers are at 2, 3, and 1. So I have 2 red, 3 blue, and 1 yellow. So when I pop the active modifier, it'll turn the electronics to 5. And that's how I'm able to get that extra health. So that's just having the electronics at max. So whenever I'm in the gameplay, and I'll show you, max firearms and max stamina on top of that, it can get me even higher, closer to 3 million health, which is just insane. But just right here at the base of ops, just at the firing range, I can easily show you how to put this build together. And then as soon as you pop your active modifier, here, let me see if I can do it really quick. So you can see right here, we're at 1.9 million health. And as soon as I pop my active, it maxes out the electronics. And you can see now I'm at 2.5 million health. But if I can max out my firearms and stamina, you can see right here on screen that my firearms is still at 2 and my stamina is still at 3. But if I were to say max out both of those and then pop that to max out my electronics, it will make my health even higher to that 3 million mark. But let's get back over here and showcase the build, and then that way I can just go ahead and show you the gameplay and max health whenever we get to it. So this is what it's going to look like with your modifiers turned off without anything maxed out, okay? So we're just sitting here at the base, no buffs or anything else active. I've already explained the specializations, so let's jump into the weapons. Now, right off the bat, I'm going to tell you right now, my secondary and my sidearm are both just placeholders. I'm not going to use them in today's video. I am only going to be using the Pestilence. But just for reference, here is my sidearm, the backup boomstick. I have this with damage to targets out of cover and preservation. My sidearm, like always, is the Slayer. This is the holiday event named SMG, the Snowball, and it does give off the snowflake little animation on my back. Pretty funny. But for today's video, the star of the show is going to be the Pestilence. So the Pestilence is the exotic LMG that comes with the special talent Plague of the Outcasts. So Plague of the Outcast works with a damage build or a tank build. It doesn't matter. It's all based off of weapon damage. So you don't need to worry about crit or headshot or anything like that. It's just going to go off of your weapon damage and bada bing, bada boom, you're done. So the Plague of the Outcast talent, every hit will apply a damage over time debuff. Now it will stack up to 50 times and last 10 seconds. Now this is equal to 100% of your weapon damage total. Now this does not scale with your crits or your headshots or your status effects. Again, it's just purely weapon damage. And with that being said, this one is maxed out for the attributes. I do have damage to armor for that bottom attribute, and it is maxed out on expertise level 30. So with that being said, I'm sitting at 100 and just under 104k for that total damage total. And that's on a tank build with max health. Woohoo! Now, as far as the build itself, it is not possible without the backpack. So we're going to start there. This is the Ninja Bike Messenger Bag. This is the exotic backpack that has two things going for it. The first one is it gives you all 3 core attributes. So you get weapon damage, armor, and a skill tier. Pretty cool, right? but also it gives you the talent Resourceful. So it slots in with any brand set or gear set to fulfill a set bonus requirement. So in this case, because we have 2 pieces of Cheska, we get 3. Because we have 1 piece of Heliogard, we get 2. 1 piece of Palisade, we get 2. And 1 piece of Aegis, we get 2. Meaning we get the 2-piece bonus for all of these, and we get the 3-piece bonus for the Cheska. And that is all because of the Ninja Bike Messenger Bag. Well, I guess finishing up with the Ninja Bike Messenger Bag, we can look at the attributes here. So we have max weapon damage, max armor, and a crit chance mod. We don't really need, I mean, you could go armor on kill, I guess, or protection from elites or something like that. It really doesn't matter. These are mods that I had on these items from previous builds, and I just left them on here. They're all crit chance mods, and when everything is said and done, we're sitting at 48 crit chance. But again, that's not going to help out your Pestilence ticks for the talent, but that will help out your overall, crit DPS for the weapon itself. Going back to the build, we just got done talking about the exotic bag. Now let's talk about the Cheska pieces, because there are 2. So the Cheska brand set bonuses for this build, we get crit chance, hazard, and health. More importantly, the health. We get 90%, that's 90% health from the 3-piece bonus, which is just crazy. Because of that, we're able to get our health up so damn high. We also have hazard on here, which it doesn't really make or break the build, but we just so happen to have hazard from the brand set bonus as well, so it does kind of help us out. Every item on the build does have a health roll on it, just to increase my overall health as well. Now, for the mod, we do have crit chance on here as well. All mods will be crit chance. The other piece of Cheska are the gloves. This one, health and crit chance for the attributes with weapon damage for the core. And we could actually make this even tankier, couldn't we? We could probably make this like 2 million armor if we really wanted to. But I personally wanted the Pestilence to be over that 100k mark. Just, I guess, to say that I have my Pestilence over 100k with all this crazy health and armor. All right. So with that being said, let's move on to the chest piece. This is the Heliogard chest piece. This one with Unbreakable. So Unbreakable gives us 95% of our armor back every time our armor is depleted. So that actually gives us like over 3.2 million armor or whatever, whenever this procs, plus the armor on kill that you get, plus the bonus armor you get from popping armor kits. There's a lot of armor and survivability in this build is what I'm trying to get at. Now, because this is the Heliogard brand set, the brand set bonuses that we get for this build, we get total armor and we get health. Now, this one's not 90%, but it is 60, so that's pretty good. As far as the attributes, we do have armor for the core, health, and a crit damage roll to go with that crit chance mod. Going down to the holster, we have Palisade Steelworks. Now, the Palisade Steelworks brand set bonuses for this build, we get armor on kill and health. Again, this is another 2-piece bonus. We're only getting 60% for the health, unlike that 90 from the Cheska. For the attributes, we do have armor for the core, crit chance, and health. And then finally, we have the Aegis knee pads. Now, the Aegis gear set bonus, for this build, we get health. Now, it is a 2-piece bonus for the gear set, so it's 70%. And for the attributes, we have armor for the core and more health. And that is the build. Pretty wicked, right? Now, for PvE, I'll use the Striker drone. For PvP, I'll switch it to a Defender drone. Match that up with the Banshee pulse, and you're able to just face tank whatever it is you want. Get all that DPS down range, reload, let your Pestilence ticks do all the work for you, and you're good to go. Pretty cool. Now, finishing up with the stats. This is for the Pestilence. We're sitting at just under 104k weapon damage. We're at 103.8k. For PvP, it goes down to 34.5. For crit chance, we're at 48, crit damage 57, and headshot 85. With armor damage and damage to targets at a cover. For the offensive tab, we are at 85% all weapons damage bonus and 30% LMG damage bonus. So every time we're using the Pestilence, we are sitting at 115% damage bonus total. For the gear talents, we do have Resourceful on that Ninja Bike Messenger bag and Unbreakable on the chest piece. For the defensive tab, we are rounded up to 1.7 million armor. We are over 332k armor on kill, and we have, well, it's rounded up to 1.7 million health as well. We're at 1.656, and a little bit of health regeneration just to sprinkle that in on top. For the explosive resistance, we are at 10%, and that is due to our watch level. So here is my disclaimer for all my build videos. I am sitting at watch level 14,393. That means all these boxes are maxed out 50 of 50. Now, if you are at or above shade level 1000, you'll have the exact same setup. And if you are at or above shade level 2000, you'll have max health, where it shows right there the current health boost of 60,000. That is only achievable past shade level 2000. So if you have both of those, you can copy and paste my build and get the exact same setup and results. Expertise is not going to help out your health, so you can legit put this build together, and as long as you have health rolls on the build, you're good. You don't even need expertise for this one. Pretty cool, right? But the expertise does help out my weapon, and I'll make a separate video on the whole expertise system and what all of these different upgrades do, because they are all different and none of them affect your health. So as far as this build is concerned, you're good just copying and pasting the build without any expertise or anything at all. Now, as far as the modifiers, you do need the TechLink active modifier and the a tier a day passive modifier. Those two, that way you can max out your electronics and you can get the increase in your health. And then that way you're just sitting here at 1.9 million armor with just your active modifiers. Pretty cool, right? Now that, my dear agents, is going to be the build breakdown. That is max health right now in the Division 2 for Year 7, Season 1. Now it's all achievable through the modifiers, and you can actually get over 2.5 million health, and I'll show you right now with the gameplay. But as always, if you found the build breakdown helpful or informative in any way, shape, or form, hit that thumbs up. Support the channel by subscribing, and let me know what you think in the comment section below. And finally, shout out where you're from. It's cool to see where everyone is from. But that's it for me. I'm Kamikazevondoom. Take care of yourself. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one, all right? Peace out, and roll that gameplay footage. Oakley dokley. Time for some PvE gameplay. We'll do Link Memorial Heroic with some directives, as we always do.
But it worries me that they might be here to recruit civilians, or planning an attack. Probably better to push them back into their own territory before they secure an outpost this close to civilians.
We are going to put on Ragers. They said that they fixed it. We will put on cool skills. So we'll do, what, 4 directives? It's going to be pretty hard for a tank build that's not really doing a lot of damage. But hey, you know me. I like me a good challenge. Here we go. If you haven't already, hit that thumbs up. Support the channel by subscribing. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Here we go. Max health build 1.9 million just with modifiers, and then it gets even higher. Go ahead and start those ticks over there. Open this one. Yeah, Ragers is working now. Here, boom. Oh yeah. Oh, we're having fun.
Got a visual on additional hostiles in the memorial compound. They're moving south. There's a gate between you.
And I mean, right now we're only at 1.9 million
Agent,
health.
you'll need to find a way to open that gate.
Oops. Let me turn down the gameplay volume, sorry. I was listening to collectibles earlier. Had my gameplay volume way up high. My bad, my bad. Alright, we lowered it a little bit. Damn, that means Manny was just yelling at you. My bad. Alright, alright. Game face. There we go. Get the ticks going. And then what I want to do is I want to wait until I'm at 5 and 5 for my firearms and stamina, and then we'll pop the tech link, and then that way I can show you what the max health really looks like. But I just wanted to say 2.5 million armor or health, because not everyone's going to wait and pop it whenever they're max firearms and max stamina. And I don't really want to tell people how to, play, So as long as you just put the build together, you can at least get 2.5 million health. But in reality, you can actually get way higher if you're nasty. All right, let's go. Let's go. We are killing it right now with the Pesty. The Pesty is the bestie. Isn't that's a saying, right? Yeah. Right? Right? I think it's a saying. And here we go. Oh, man.
Damn you, Division.
Ooh, we're getting there. Look at that. Now we're at max stamina. Hold on. Let me just get max firearms, and then we will be good. Oh, there we go. All right, here. Here's max health. All right. We're at 2.9 million health, everyone. 2.9 million. If you saw that, just say, I saw that in chat. You don't have to say what you saw. You can make it our own little, our own little secret. But just say you saw that in chat, you saw that in the comments, but the real max is 2.9 million health. This is ridiculous. And we're running a few reds on the build, so we do have some damage. We're not all tank. We're doing some damage. There we go. We're hitting him for what, 581 on the pestilence ticks. That's not bad.
All clear. I repeat, the compound
There we go.
is all clear.
2.9 million health. That's ridiculous. That's crazy. And there's no other way to make it any higher. I mean, we have the build. We have we have health maxed out on everything. And there's no other way to increase your health any further than these modifiers. And the only way to get that modifier to max out is to be maxed out on all your attributes for that modifier. So, yeah, we showed you the max. 2.9. You saw it here first. That's crazy. But we'll stay humbled. And we'll say 2.5 million. Even though we know we know the real max. We're going in. There we go.
The truce has turned the memorial into a base. There's an area beneath you with increased security. Isaac can't access data on this location. Stay alert. I don't know what you're walking into.
Run it. Not bad for like a funny gimmick build. I typically would not run max health, but it is definitely possible and it is definitely viable. I mean, this is legit. You're not dying.
DC 62.
That's for sure.
Heads up. Isaac just ID'd those shells as chemical weapons. Can't afford to let the True Sons escape with those.
You'd probably blow your teammates' minds. No Diddy, no Diddy, no Diddy. You're gonna blow their minds. They're gonna be like, what? How much is your health? What the hell? Be like, yeah, bro. What, your health isn't that high? What's your health at? Your health's at 300k. Yeesh. Oh! Ouch! Ouch! Oh no, is fragile armor broken? Yeah, fragile armor's broken. Shit. That means now I don't get as much armor. That sucks. And it's broken, so... Let's see. Alright, I'll pop an armor kit right here. Nope, it's broken. That sucks. I like how they fix Ragers, but fragile armor's still broken. We're doing some crazy damage. And here, let me show you the health again. Look at that. 2.9 million health. Look at that. Well, you look at this, look at that. You know, if you see that, just say, I saw that in chat. I saw that in the comments. I have never seen 2.9 million health before, but hey, never say never. These modifiers are crazy. Just imagine if I did that with the safety first, hazard protection, and then we did hazard with all that health. Oh my god. Yeah, I keep popping my instant medis. It's not helping out my fragile armor. It sucks. That sucks. Mind you, we are doing this with 4 directives, and it's on heroic. And our fragile armor's broken. Woo. There you go. Uh-oh, now we're on 2 fragile armor. That sucks. Yep, now it's broken at 2. Oof. So we're still at max health, but our armor is all jacked up. Alright, well, that's cool. It doesn't even matter if they take all my armor. I have way more health than I have armor. Way more. Not even a competition. Mm-hmm. You can see how I could only take 1 shot on my armor, but I could take 3 shots on my health. Woo! Oh, that messed up my reload. Shoot. Stand by. Here we are.
Head back up.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Take a position inside the memorial.
2.9 million health, people. Come on. Come on.
Those weapons on
Cheese.
would have ended up like Castle. I can't tell you how relieved I am to have you on
GG's.
our
Heroic 4 directives.
side. Thank you.
Very good.
Today, we
Cakewalk.
dealt a great blow to the True Sun's infrastructure. We confiscated a massive cache of chemical weapons and eliminated their stronghold near the campus. You should be proud. You saved a lot of lives today.
I mean, it did take us a while. I mean, it did take us, 11 minutes. But we did 900 million damage, 81 kills. We did not go down at all. Our real crit percentage is 42 out of 48. That's not bad. And our accuracy was 60%. Pretty good. Not bad at all. Pretty decent run, if I do say so myself. But all right, let's get out of here and do some PvP. You know why? Because why not? Yeah. You down to PvP? Yeah, you know me. You down to PvP? Yep, yep. All right, let's see here. We'll do Fort McNair. Skirmish. Now what this is going to be is 4v4 PvP. First team to 20 kills wins. Shout out to my team and shout out to the other team. GG's ahead of time. Let's get into it. Now we are using that max health build, but no modifiers in PvP. So we're going to have the 1.7 million health and 1.7 million armor while we're in here. But hey, I hope you enjoy the gameplay. If you haven't yet, hit that thumbs up. What are you waiting on? Support the channel by subscribing. And let me know what you think in the comment section below. But hey, let's have some fun, shall we? Here we go, here we go. Skirmish in 3, 2, 1. Run! Here we go. All right, this one's going to be a bit of an issue because I am a tank build for sure. My skills are Defender and Banshee, so I need to get close and personal with them anyways. So this is going to be very interesting. Looks like they're all running down low, which means we need to run up high and get this guy really quick. Go, 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 go. There we go. Not bad. Oh, I see him down low. Another one. Oh, you see, they're just letting me get my ticks on them. That's deadly in PvP. And then it's going to transfer to his buddy. There we go. We got it going. Oh, yeah. Oh, no. Got him, got him. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. The health worked. The health worked. That was like an extra 3 shots. And that was all health. Oh, my gosh. That was glorious. I'll take the 2 assists with that all day. Let's go. Holy moly. That was hilarious. Woo! Come on. Run it, run it. Run it, run it.
An agent needs assistance.
I need to back up. That's way too much smoke. Oh, way too much smoke. Oh my god. What was that, dude? Whew.
Boost about to come online.
Man, they're trying right now.
Boost now active.
Yo, get that boost. Get that boost.
The boost is being
Yeah.
taken by allies.
Alright, here we go.
The boost has been taken by allies. Assistance needed.
Woo! Let's go. Oh my god. Bro.
Hostile explosive seeker mine
Bro.
detected.
Bro. Oh my god. Dude. Did that Yo, this is crazy actually. Because even at max health or half health, what am I at? Like 800k? Something nuts? Just let the ticks hit him.
Hostile restore hive detected.
Oh yeah. Let the
An
ticks hit
agent
him.
needs assistance.
Holy moly, dude.
Enemy is about to be pulled out.
Wow, dude. This is fun.
Hostile defender
And
drone
this is max
detected.
health. Oof. Got me at that fire. Oof. Got me with that fire
Sending you a
again.
specialization supply drop.
Agent down. An agent needs assistance.
Way back on our end. I'm going for it. And we got the mercy roll. Let's go.
Supply drop being claimed by friendly. The specialization supply drop is in
Here you go.
friendly hands.
GG's. GG's.
That's one for the friendlies.
Yo,
Just
that
pulled
was
out.
so much fun. And that was with a max health build. Get out of here. Yo, put this together right now. Try it out. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is insane. Yo, try this out right now. Yo, and I got MVP. Stop it. Let's go, MVP. Yo, hit that like. Subscribe if you haven't already. Yo, we got 3.1 million XP out of that MVP. I went 4-1-6. 19.5 million damage. Hey, GG's. GG's. But I hope you enjoyed the gameplay. You got to see both PvE and PvP. I showed you the build at the beginning. So that's it. That is the build breakdown. I hope you enjoyed my max health build. I am Kamikazevondoom. Take care of yourself. Enjoy the rest of your day. I'll see you in the next one. All right? Peace out.